Welcome to another episode of the A Team at New Beginnings Farmstead. I'm Elisa. We have with us Ryan, Julie, Jeff, and Egidio. And we're going to discuss some of the places we've been. It's summer, and hopefully you get a chance to go away if that's possible. I just came back from an amazing trip. Myself and one of my daughters, we went to Colorado and Utah. And we went there last year. Yes.
Oh, we went together.
Yes. Last year we went together. And with
Guess
my
it didn't
friend.
go so well.
Well, we're still together. So.
And he came home.
That's right. So last year, we actually, I don't know if you'd even call it a vacation. We were there for 5 days and we drove 1,700 miles in 5 days. So we landed in Denver. This is last year. We drove through the Rocky Mountains. Well, first we drove from Denver south to get my friend Billy Joe, who lives in Colorado Springs. And then we went back up towards Denver and across into Utah. And we went to Moab, which is absolutely amazing. I have some pictures here for you to see. It's spectacular, absolutely spectacular. And it just makes you realize how incredibly big this country is and how diverse and the landscape, right? I mean, just words do not describe how incredibly beautiful Colorado and Utah are just absolutely amazing. You have to see it for yourself. So we spent a full day there and then we continued south and we went to Arizona. And I got to one of my bucket list items was to run up the road where Forrest Gump ended his run. And I got to do that, which wasn't easy because there was a lot of people there.
You did that too, right?
He recorded it.
Yeah.
I had the entire outfit.
She
I have
was
a
ready.
bubblegum hat.
Oh, yeah.
I had the dark blue raincoat, and I had his line that he said.
She rehearsed it all
I
the way
did.
there.
I rehearsed his line. I made my hair crazy like his was with the baseball hat, and I loved doing it. It was something I've wanted to do. But there was like a ton of people there, of course, because
You're
it's
going to show that clip, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I will show.
okay.
It's a national landmark, and there's a sign. I have a picture of the sign. It says where Forrest Gump ended his run. So we did that, and we went to Monument Valley, which is again spectacular. That was in Arizona, right? And
we were always crossing borders.
We were
and
back and
states,
forth
yeah.
all over the states, and then we went to the Four Corners. It's the area where you can have your body be in 4 states at one time. And on the way back up,
Naturally.
Not me.
yes, you did. We were in all 4. So it's New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, and Arizona. And then we drove towards Colorado Springs, and we went to the Sand Dunes National Park. But so yeah, we did 1,700 miles in 5 days. A lot of driving, but it was absolutely spectacular. So I went back this year and brought my daughter so she could see Moab. And while we were there, we got hit with a flash flood, which who goes to the desert and gets a flash flood? We do. And again, just absolutely amazing. And then the next day we went whitewater rafting, and that was quite an experience.
Perfect time.
Yeah. Right after a big flood. That's what you want to do is whitewater raft. It was in the Arizona River. And we initially were going to end down into this gorge, but the water was so high and so rapid that the state actually closed the gorge.
Was it gorgeous?
It was. It was.
Wow.
It was something.
I mean,
Well done,
Yes.
Julie. I appreciated that.
Yes. I don't
you're
know.
all laughing, which means I did my job.
That's right. I don't know if it was gorgeous because I had such a stress and adrenaline going on during that time that it was something.
Did you cuss a lot?
I didn't actually. No, I was I was trying to be quiet to listen to directions from the guy who was like giving the instructions. Like I was so focused on surviving because it was the water where it was a level 4. Levels, to put it in perspective, level 6 is Niagara Falls. and you're not allowed to be in level 6 rapids.
Unless you're in a barrel.
Yes, yeah,
That's right.
yeah, that would be bad. I may have been safer in a barrel than I was on this raft.
We've got a lot of barrels here. I
we
feel
do.
like we
We
this.
have whiskey
Is that the
barrels.
next challenge?
It is.
No,
I'm out.
It's not.
I'm out. I am never doing
I'll
that
go
again.
in a barrel and do something.
As long as we can put the lid on it.
What are we going to do? We're going to roll you someplace?
I
What are we
don't
going to
know.
do?
Down the
Make sure it's a
driveway.
whiskey barrel.
All right. You
Right,
could.
there's a stream right there.
Oh my gosh.
The Esopus Creek Challenge.
The Esopus
Yes.
Creek
Maybe
Challenge.
we're on to something.
And I would have a
Remember the
little
last
code.
time it flooded and people were out
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
have a
People
code.
did get stuff.
3 knocks
Yeah.
means send me a snack.
Yeah, we had a flood over here where people got caught in the creek.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
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 They had to call 911. They couldn't.
department
they
had to go
couldn't get
rescue
out.
'em.
Yeah. And it took hours and they blocked our entire driveway. They
Oh, wow. You were
Yeah.
part of the.
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, there was a
We're part of
a-
anything. She goes, "What's going on over there?" I go, "I don't know. Fire department's there." Oh, well,
Yeah, it
Let's
was
go to work.
It was actually during COVID. So we were all out on the porch and
Just watching.
just watching
not
for
all of
hours.
us.
Nope.
Not all of us were
Yeah.
watching.
No, it went
Nope.
on for a while. But so anyway, that was my big adventure for this year. Although we are going away again later in the year. We're going someplace with you. Where we're going?
Association Island.
Okay.
We're going camping.
Well, you're going camping.
Yes.
We're going to be in a cabin because we don't camp. We're anti-campers.
Yeah, the closest we get to camping is being around the fire.
Yeah,
telling
we'll go
stories.
visit you at your
Can-
campground, which we have done.
Can we talk about camping for a second?
Sure,
You guys are staying in a cabin, so that's not camping.
it's
No,
not.
and we're
Correct.
You
being
guys
very
are
honest.
staying in
And I don't
RVs.
say we're going camping.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
That's
not camping.
No, we're glamping.
You're RV.
I got a bath and a half. I'm not camping.
Yeah, you're not camping. You drive your camper there. You're not camping.
It's a campground.
It's a campground. You're not camping.
That is,
Yeah, we're camping.
without exaggeration, he's not joking. His camper is unbelievable.
Yeah, you're not
TVs
camping.
outside, inside. It's like, yeah.
You can be outside and you can play the part, and you're like, oh, okay, yep. There's dirt and there's the fire, and yep. And then I'm gonna go in the kitchen and make myself a snack.
listen, here's the truth.
It's true.
He's got a propane fire pit.
Yes.
It's not even wood. There's no smoke.
Right. Well, you can't put firewood in a camper.
You can.
Margaret would go
can.
insane.
Yeah, she would like. To.
Yeah, no. She'd be
It's too
vacuuming for
smoky.
45 minutes.
That's
Twice.
true.
Not gonna happen.
That is true.
No, you're not camping.
I mean,
Camping is a tent,
if you
a
want to
sleeping
come to
bag.
Association
sleeping
Island and
under the
bring a
stars.
tent, you're welcome to hang out next to our camper.
And that's no, I would not be welcome there. Clearly,
Why
this
wouldn't
is
Yes, you would be welcome.
this
You're
is
always
no.
welcome, Ryan.
in a tent next to all your fancy.
Oh, no,
campers.
that's on the other
I'm
side.
not. I'm not
Oh,
in
yeah,
it.
No.
you're gonna, yeah,
We're in a
hide
cabin.
that.
No, no.
We're in a
You- you go
cabin
on the
as
other
long
side
as
of
it
the
has a
campground.
bathroom.
We're in
You
the
could
tent
visit.
zone.
Yeah,
We're EP
yeah.
outside.
They put people in tents on the other
Yeah.
side of the
Right.
campground.
It's buggy on that side.
You could also get a cabin like we are.
Right.
I don't need to.
Why don't you come and have a cabin next to us?
Right.
Sounds like a good offer.
Yeah. I don't
Because if
know.
I'm gonna go camping, I'm gonna go camping.
Ah.
What does that
Why?
even mean?
Why
A
would you
tent?
do that?
But we're not going camp. We're not going for the purpose of camping. We're just going because they're going. We're
Oh.
going. So why don't you come? Get a cabin.
Well, I guess we'll have to check.
Yeah,
the
Lisa
schedule.
said that. She would
Yes.
never go away on
Uh-uh.
purpose with just her and I. Stuck in a camp.
Not
we
with
went
that
across the
other-
country and picked up my friend.
No, the last time we joined them for a camping trip, we drove to Canada,
Mhm.
and at one point, she actually cussed
I did.
at the border.
Oh,
Border Patrol.
The
remember
Border
that?
Patrol guy?
Not the border patrol security guy. What did they
Mhm.
call it? The border guy.
You cussed
Yeah.
at the Border Patrol guy?
Well, after.
After the fact, not
After.
not to him
No,
because I
and
wanted
after
to
we were
cross.
back, so we were heading to Canada. He asked us questions, made fun of us.
Yeah, he did not
did?
like Americans.
I
Yeah.
don't remember you telling us that.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, he wasn't.
and I was shocked.
and he was like, and he's like,
He scoffed.
Americans. Yeah.
well,
yeah, he
he said, where are you from? And we said, Kingston, New York. Kingston, like
New York.
So yeah, he
Well,
kind
because
of
there's a Kingston,
right.
Ontario.
That's
Right.
right. So he kind of took offense to that, and Kingston, the Kingston. She said, and he goes,
You said the Kingston?
Oh yeah,
I don't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
saying that.
She was pretty mad,
Oh.
and
can't say
but
the.
luckily she held it together until we crossed back over
That's
to the
right.
states, and then she
I let him have
let
it.
him have it.
As long as I was on safe ground. American
We do
soil.
not
Now I
want
can.
to
Now I
be
can.
detained
That's right.
or have any type of.
I have freedom of
inspections.
speech on this side of the line, not over there.
Not Canada. I can't trust anything going on over there.
I don't know what's happening up there.
Don't
Yeah.
take her to Mexico.
no.
So where have all of you been?
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm
Well, we know you were in West Virginia because we had a
Right.
whole episode about your trip there.
went to West Virginia, which was great, and then came back for a couple of weeks, and then we went to Outer Banks.
Nice.
And not really a beach person, but Outer Banks is really nice. The beaches are nice. It's warm, and the water's a little warmer this time of year, so you can actually go in the ocean.
Do you swim in the ocean?
Me? No, I just watch other people swim. In the
Yeah,
ocean.
I
Not
am
a-
very anti-shark.
Yeah, and there are sharks there.
Oh yeah, there's a lot right now.
Yeah.
Like the whole East Coast has quite a lot of shark activity.
But Outer Banks is nice. You get to see all the lighthouses, and you can only travel so far because the island ends on either end, of course. But
As most islands
Nice
do.
do.
we went on.
Just saying.
I'm gonna clip that.
We went on. We went all the way to the north end of the island to Corolla. Drove out on the beach to look for the wild horses, and we
Oh,
didn't see any this
cool.
year. But 2 years ago when we were there, we got to see the wild horses.
Yeah,
which was cool.
that's on my list of what I want to do. What's the name of the island?
There's Chincoteague and Assateague.
Yes, I
Right.
have. I want to go there because I
We were
really would
there
like to see.
Last year, I
Did you
think.
see wild horses?
We did.
Oh, how cool!
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Yep, gotta go. Gotta do that. That's on my.
You
Are there
can-
cabins?
You can camp.
Is there cabins that with bathrooms?
There's bed and breakfasts and hotels for
Okay,
sure.
sold.
But yeah, that's about it. That was all the vacations we had planned for this year. So maybe something coming up. Maybe I'll go camping this year. I don't know.
Oh, maybe
Like in a
nice.
tent
Like where
Maybe
we're
in a tent.
going, wherever that island is that you mentioned.
association.
There you
Island.
go.
Where is that?
It is in the very northern part of New York State on the St.
St.
Lawrence. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, just south of Watertown.
Oh, that's not that far away.
That's
Okay.
doable.
Just a skip and a hop.
There you go.
We're in the good section.
So, Julie, where have you been? You've been everywhere.
I've been a lot of places. I have.
What's your favorite place that you've been?
Oh, my favorite place is my bed.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
My favorite vacation. It's hard. So we camp a lot. We camp probably between 25 or 40 nights a year, but I don't really consider camping to be vacation. I just consider that to be getting out of Dodge and spending a night somewhere else. To me, vacation means getting up really early, either flying or driving really far or taking a train really far. So, of late, last couple 5 or so years, we've been trying to do more domestic things. So we've done to Savannah and Charleston and New Orleans multiple times and Florida, and other parts of the East Coast. But also, we've also done bigger trips in the last couple of years. So earlier this year, we went to Antigua for the first time, so down in the tropics, and then we went to Iceland last year, which was amazing. And I would say, and many other places before that, but of all the trips I've been on, before Iceland, I would have said Alaska was my favorite.
Oh, you went to
that's where I
Alaska.
went on my honeymoon
Nice.
20 years ago to Alaska. I've never been a beach person ever. I've always wanted to be on the cooler side, and didn't want to be hot and just laying on a beach. And so we went to Alaska for a honeymoon. It was amazing and it was beautiful and it was indescribable. I've been to Spain, I've been to Costa Rica, Nova Scotia, lots of places in Canada, but we had an opportunity to go to Iceland, and we went with our son, and I think it surpassed Alaska. It is very surreal. So when you get there, it's like, I tell everyone, it's like all the coolest things you could possibly have in one place. So it's like waterfalls and volcanoes and ocean and, like geysers and hot springs and amazing hiking and just like lava fields, and it's not populated, and everyone's like, it's achievable to drive around and see everything, and it's just amazing. I ate whale and horse, interestingly, while I was there.
What's the horse taste like?
They both tasted
Chicken?
the same.
Chicken.
They all tasted like chicken. But it was great that we didn't try to learn the language or anything. We were only there for a little while, but I would definitely go back. And the intent was to see the Northern Lights. We didn't see it. And incidentally, we ended up seeing the Northern Lights here in our very hometown just a couple weeks ago, which was amazing. So my family we work very hard and we play very hard. And when we play hard, we travel hard.
Oh,
so
good.
it's great.
Nice. Okay, Jeff, you're up. You've been all over.
Well, yeah, not vacation, but my travel agent is not very nice. I guess,
Very demanding.
yeah,
They
my
book
claim
flights.
is what I've been on 6 of the 7 continents, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, man.
Nice.
No desire.
You've been to Australia?
Well, to the outer
What continent have you not been on?
Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Oh, okay.
Would you?
Seems cold there.
It's a long way.
Watch your
Yeah,
for.
but
Yeah,
You don't know who's
Can't be
listening.
any further than Australia.
Yeah, it's another 6-8 hours from Australia. You go to whenever you go to Antarctica, you got to go to New Zealand first.
Oh,
and then New
first.
Zealand-
Ugh, a little
Down.
closer.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you got to go to New Zealand first and then down. So it's quite a long
Oh, wow.
travel. And I'm just have no desire anymore.
So
And
what?
I don't like to fly anymore either. So
Oh
so-
yeah, I can't imagine how long to be on a flight
Yeah.
that long. But what was your favorite place?
Probably Norway was probably the only place I would go back to. The rest you can keep, but Norway was probably the only place I'd go back,
Why is that?
where I had whale also.
Yeah.
No horse, but whale. It was just beautiful. Nice place, different scenery, different stuff. But
And
yeah,
were you there in the military? Or?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We spent, I think, 3 or 4 nights there bouncing
Wow.
around. It was nice.
Very nice.
Do you consider yourself partially Norwegian?
No. I don't, it's just a nice place, So, and, like I said, I don't fly anymore. So,
So I know you do a lot of camping
yes.
as well. So where have you gone? That was your favorite camping place?
Probably Assateague.
Oh, nice.
With the horses was nice. Maryland is nice. Yeah, just if I can drive there, I'll go. No more flying.
Yeah. All right. And what about you?
My vacation spots.
Yeah, I mean, you've been to France, you've been to Italy. I've
Yeah,
never even had a passport.
So France was high school. I was a senior year, I think, French class trip. Italy, when I was 5 years old, my father wanted to move back there after living here in the country. He said, "No, we're going to raise the kids in Italy," and he wanted to sell the house. The story is he wanted to sell the house and just that's it, we're out. And my mother convinced him, well, let's go see what it looks like. And it's been a couple of years since you've been back there, and my father got back there and said, "Oh my God, this is bad over here. They still don't have electric at the house and a single light bulb." So they obviously changed his plans. But my vacation, we've been to Disney, right? We took the family to Disney. That was nice.
But also not what you would call a relaxing vacation. You're on a dead run the whole time you're there.
That's correct. Yeah. That's when you get there, everything's itinerary and we got to go here and do that, wake up. And I took the kids to Mystic, Connecticut for a vacation. Yep, Mystic. And then to
You also took them where?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Dad, we're going on vacation. We're going to Pittsburgh, everyone. Like when I told her, I said, "What?" She goes, "What are you talking about?" I go, "We took them to Pittsburgh."
Yeah, that was
What?
like you did that not long before I met you, and
yeah.
you're like, "Oh, I just came back from vacation." I'm like, "Oh, where'd you go?" Went to Pittsburgh. You went to Pittsburgh?
That's a
Okay.
vacation spot.
What did you do in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, we got our
What?
first taste of it. We
Stop banging those around.
we pulled up to a parking spot. We had been driving. We get there, and we get out, and there's a young lady on the front steps of her house, and we were going to get something to eat, and she said, "I wouldn't park your truck there," and I go, "Why?" She goes, "Because it won't be here when you get back." And I go,
Oh, wow.
"Are you serious?" She goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." There we go. Kid's like, "Daddy, Daddy."
Wow.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so we went to the Andy Warhol Museum, which was excellent. Since Christina's got the artistic background, we enjoyed that. Although I was surprised at what people consider modern art at one point. And it is, right? It's just different, but I grew up with more different taste. And at one point, there was a piece of sheetrock cut out of the wall, mounted just a few inches away from where the hole was cut. And that was the exhibit. That was it. And at one point, again, because I was trying to have fun with the kids, and I think I pulled it off to some degree. They had a large room that someone had built about a foot tall stone wall. It's no different than the stone walls you see around this property. No different. They're the same thing. So we were in the room alone, and I look around, make sure no one's there, check for cameras. And I said to Christina, if I moved that rock over to here, would it no longer be art? And she gave me the big eye roll. You don't understand, Dad. And art is in the eye of the beholder. I'm like, would anyone know? Would the next person walk in and go, wait a minute, someone
not
changed it, right? So anyway.
So you did not touch the art.
I did not.
Of
No,
course.
I'm respectful that way. There was one exhibit where we were in a very small auditorium, multi-seat auditorium, and there was no one else in there. And it was a black and white film that was on loop. And it was of a woman who was in a one-piece suit, I guess it would be. And the camera is following her around in the building that we're at. And she left the auditorium, and this is what we're watching. We're sitting there watching it. She walked out, she laid on the ground and took a piece of what appeared to be chalk, and she made a mark at her head and then turned around, shuffled, put her feet at the chalk line, and then made another line as she basically just kind of went around this room. So in true fashion, I also, at that point, left the auditorium and, much to my kids' horror, laid down on the ground, made a mark, turned up, and they go, what are you doing? I said, I'm creating my own art. And they were
Mortified.
laughing. They were laughing, but mortified at the same
Yeah,
time.
I can
And,
imagine.
so, yeah.
Those poor kids.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. So, but more than that,
This is why I can't really take them anyplace.
Yeah, when we went to Mystic at one point, we're in the
Did you go to Mystic Pizza?
yes,
Oh, good.
yeah, wasn't that good?
Yeah,
No.
It wasn't that good.
It's not that good.
It's
No,
not
it's
about
not.
the pizza.
Yeah, I know,
It's about,
but it wasn't that
the
good.
place.
So, and clearly that's what everyone had, the
Yes.
shirts, some kind
Yeah.
of, but at one point we're in the shipyard, and we're walking around, and we came to a kind of a Y intersection. So I almost said, well, I think we should go this way to see, what they're building. And I said, no, I want to go down and see the steam engines. I think that's important. And he's like, no, we're going to go this way. And I said, no, we're going to go this way. And he said, Dad, stop it. We're going this way. And at one point I just looked at him, and there's people walking around us. And I started to scream, I don't want to go that way. And I started thrashing around in the middle of the crowd, and everyone was just stopped. And he's stuck. Okay, we'll go your way. We'll go away. I'm like, okay. And I skipped my way to the engines, and
Those poor kids.
he had no idea what to do at that point. And, but yeah, I'm thinking, nothing has my name on it, and no one's going to recognize me. And if they did, they're like, Jit? Is that you?
You okay? Nice.
Yeah. So they remember it.
Yeah, I
They're
bet.
memorable trips.
So what do you have on, like, I keep saying my bucket list? Where do you want to go? Where's someplace in this country or outside, I guess, that you have to go?
I have no place on my bucket list.
No?
Nope.
No?
No, I mean, no.
No? Oh, I have a whole bunch.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of
Ascension
places
Island.
I'd like to go.
Huh? Yeah.
Ascension Island.
Yeah. Where do you want to go, Ryan?
Association.
Well, I meant association first and then Ascension.
Ryan,
Ascension
where do you
is-
want to go?
It is. It's a nice island, but it's a long way away.
There's a lot of places I'd like to see. I'd love to go to Montana.
Yep, me too. Have to go to Montana.
I've been to quite a few in the Midwest, and the further you go, they're pretty much all the same. It's very flat. I'd like to go to Texas at some point.
I've been to Texas.
I've done most of the East Coast. I've never been to Georgia. I hear Georgia is nice.
Mhm. I've been to Georgia. It's nice. It's humid, but
It's nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a traveler. I don't mind traveling. I like seeing new things. I like
Mhm.
going places, but I like being home.
I
That's
like
why
being
you
home
have a
too.
camper, because you can travel and be in your home.
It's
Yeah.
like being home.
That would be the
It's
only
like
thing I would
being
want to do is
home.
just drive.
so I
here
have
to the coast
yes.
and down, and
I have
Right,
quite a
that I'd
list.
like to do.
California down,
Yes.
come back.
So on my list is I want to step foot in every state. So I've been the entire East Coast and down across. I've driven many times from here to Texas because my brother and his children lived there for a long time. I would like to, like I said, every state, but I want to do National Geographic's top 5 drives of a lifetime. Number 1 is the West Coast, but you have to go from north to south. Otherwise, you're on the wrong side of the highway. So you want to be going
Right.
south.
Okay.
So I definitely want to do that. I want to walk through the giant redwood forest.
That I did.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That
did
I
do
want to
that.
see.
That is really cool.
Definitely want to do that. And I want to go to Winslow, Arizona. They have the monument
on a corner.
standing on the corner. There's a plaque there with a man, and I want to stand on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. It's my favorite song by the Eagles. And what, you're looking at me like I'm crazy?
Actually, my brother has a picture
Of that?
of himself
Yep,
standing.
got to be there. Yeah, it's like I wanted to go to the Four Corners. There's like little goofy things. Like I said, I did the Forrest Gump run. He has 2 others. One is in Maine, and one I want to say is in Montana. I have to look it up, but I want to do those 2 as well.
I'd have to think. I want to say I've been to 50 states.
Wow.
I think I'd have to take a look and see, but I want to say I have been.
When I say I want to go to every state, probably not Hawaii because I don't want to fly that long, but I would definitely like to go to Alaska.
That's great. It's a long
Well,
flight.
clearly, if anyone from
No, I
Canada is
would go
listening,
to-
we're not going through Canada.
That's right.
I would definitely go to Hawaii.
Yeah.
I would recommend everybody goes to
Oh,
Hawaii.
man, I don't know. That flight, that's rough.
It is a long. It's not too bad, but it is.
So how many flights from here to California is one nonstop?
Well,
And then-
you can go. You can go Newark to Hawaii nonstop.
Nonstop.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 10 hours.
So,
like a 10-hour
because
drive.
normally to get to Colorado, you got to take a flight from Albany
I know where this is going.
you got to get a better travel agent.
I am getting better at traveling. When I went this summer, I was nonstop.
You might be the only person with a worse travel agent than I have.
Yeah, well, all right. So I don't make any plans anymore.
I remember when you
Yeah, we
told
drove
Steve,
to
he
Albany
said-
to go to Newark.
Yeah.
I didn't read the fine print.
I didn't either. I got on the plane. They were like, all right, looks like clear skies will be clearing up, and we should be landing in New York City in about an hour. I'm like,
We drove
New York
north.
City? She
It's
goes,
bad.
oh, look, there's a layover.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I was just so happy to be going.
Uh-huh.
It took me 8 years to get there. So,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, there's a lot of. I as much as I would love to see Iceland or Norway, many places. There's so many places here
Yeah.
in this country that I really want to see, and we like I said, it's just our country's amazing. It's beautiful, and got to see it all.
And you don't have to worry about giving up your freedoms.
There you go. There you go. And I don't need a passport.
Yeah. All right,
So,
interesting.
all right. I think that wraps up this episode of the A Team at New Beginnings Farmstead. I hope you like and subscribe, and let us know where you've been or where we should go.
See you soon.
That's a good one.